Now this is Wayne, the cable guy. Is that right? What is this thing? This is obviously instrumental in whatever's going on around here. Huh?
But it goes up there to the tippy top.
I don't know. I just see you walking around and around this tower here. I just thought maybe you needed some exercise or something. Okay, here he goes again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just follow him, see where he goes.
I think that might have on the job.
There he goes. He's still on his trick.
I'll find a way to tie it off back there so we don't put too much strain on it, but didn't find anything. Yeah.
Are we done now?
It goes to the tippy top.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm real proud of you. Okay, now here's Pat again, AE5NW. Now, Pat, you're the guy that bought that fake radio recently, right?
Fake?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even look like a radio. I can't pick it up. I can't hold it.
It really doesn't look like a radio. It looks more like
Where are the knobs?
There's a knob. There's one knob.
One knob on a ham radio.
It is an option. I had to buy it.
Oh my God,
it's a Flex Radio Systems Flex 3000 software.
Flex 3000. We're gonna go inside and take a look at that later, okay?
Sure. Yeah,
all right.
I'd be more than happy to demo it for you.
All righty. Here's something that everybody might be interested in seeing. I know I was. This is a series of components inside an enclosure, and that enclosure is called a what?
This one's a gator case.
A gator case. Now, when you bought this case, there was nothing in it at all. None of these brackets, nothing. It was just an empty box.
Hollow and very light.
Okay, and so what you had to do is buy these shelves, this shelf, and this drawer, and fit everything into there. Now, I suppose it was made just for this kind of box, right?
Correct.
Okay, you didn't have to do any modifications or anything?
It's standard 19-inch rack mount.
Standard 19-inch rack mount. Well, that's cool. And then, of course, you've got a computer sitting on top. And over here is a bunch of antenna connections. This is really interesting. And over here is the power that comes in from the wall. And you, of course, have a microphone here. Well, let's go over this stuff real quick. What is it? This is a HF?
This is a HF full band radio. It's a Yaesu 857D.
A Yaesu 857D, HF single sideband radio, correct? Okay. And what is this down below?
Auto tuner, so you can hook up multiple top antennas and be able to, get your SWR down that close enough level. So.
And you use that in conjunction with this HF radio. Okay. Now, what is this right here?
That's just a single speaker. I have that connected to a Yaesu 8900.
Where's the speaker for the HF rig?
It's built in on the top.
Oh, okay.
With the static, I normally use headphones on that.
Okay. Without the headphones, can you hear fairly well with all enclosed like that?
Yeah, actually, it kind of makes like a bass component.
It makes the whole thing vibrate, I suppose, much like an old wooden radio.
It comes out quite loud.
Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's go to the next item. Now we got an auto tuner, an HF rig, a speaker. What is this right here?
Signal Link is for doing different digital communications, so you can send some different PK, PSK formats through the laptop.
Okay, so this is used in conjunction with the laptop, and you could talk to the space shuttle with that if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Technically, sure.
Technically, you can or can't.
I haven't,
okay.
So I'll say it's possible.
Okay. All right, what is this rig right here now? This is a radio.
This is a 4-band, 440, 2, 6, and 10 meter Yaesu radio.
Okay. And this right here is?
This is a 25 amp power supply. Powers everything in here. Then there's a Anderson power strip in the back that can be disconnected from this and connected straight to a battery if you're out in the field and don't have AC power supply.
So the AC comes in here on this orange wire you've got into the wall, and it goes into this power supply, and this power supply supplies everything.
Correct.
Well, that's interesting. Is there a rechargeable battery in there or anything?
No.
I think your radio's ringing here.
That would be a digital communication.
Who is this noisy character over here? Well, okay. Now we get to the obvious parts. How much does an empty enclosure of this gator box? How much something like that run?
Around 150.
Oh, that's not bad. I was thinking it'd run more. And of course, if you add up all the gear that you got in it, how much money are we talking about? 1,000 or more? 1,500?
Over.
Over 1,500. Well, how about that? Now, is there a lid that goes on this thing? I mean,
yes, it has enclosures.
Oh, it has a lid on each end, doesn't it?
Wow. It just snaps on and covers the front.
Well, that's pretty slick. Gator case. There it is. It says Gator case made in the USA. I like that. Okay,
It's hard to find that.
it is. Now, what is all that stuff over there? They're just power cords?
Yeah, just more antenna cables.
Is that stuff that came with it, or you added to it?
Oh, everything was a separate add-on.
Everything was a separate add-on. Now, and this microphone, what's with this microphone with the numbers on it? Tell me about that.
That just allows you to do more features of the radio without having to
It's designed in conjunction. Yeah, okay, without having to do the radio, you can just do it from here. Sort of like running your radio from the steering column on your car. Okay, well that's pretty slick. And what did you say your name was again?
Tyler.
Tyler?
KF5FKF.
KF5FKF. I'm KF5GMC. A couple of KF5ers here. Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Good.
Hope it gives somebody some more insight.
There you go, guys. All you need is about $2,000, right? Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
We'd have to do an interview here. This is a very important interview because I, on my YouTube videos, on more than one occasion, have attempted to make peach cobbler, and it never turned out anywhere near this. Yeah, I have the Dutch oven and the charcoal and all that jazz. Never turned out as good as your apple cobbler. How do you make it? Dude, give me the 1, 2, 3 quickie version of how you made this apple cobbler. We know about the charcoal. We know about the Dutch oven.
Okay.
What did you put in the Dutch oven? In what order? And
Very simple. First thing you put in there is a stick of butter in your Dutch oven.
a whole stick.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
While it's melting, you mix 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of milk.
Okay.
Put that in pour that mixture into your Dutch oven. Take 2 cups of fruit, whether it's peaches or apples or strawberries or blackberries.
Right out of the can, right?
Yep.
2 cups. Okay.
Yep. Or you can use frozen.
Okay.
Use frozen, put some sugar in them before you start and let them syrup up a little bit.
Right.
Put the lid on it. When your crust comes up through your fruit, just cut up another stick of butter, put it on top, let it melt down through there. Sprinkle half a handful of sugar over the top. On the apple, you put a little cinnamon. Good to go.
All right. That's what I like. That 1, 2, 3. It's very good.
Thank you very much.
It's excellent. I'll tell you.
I enjoyed making it.
And now, does that same thing apply with the cherry cobbler?
Cherry.
I mean, the butter on the top and when it bubbles up through and everything.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot. What's your first name?
Greg.
Greg. All you guys out there say hi to Greg.
Hey, fellas.
This is where he cooked the barbecue pork that he supplied everyone with also. And he's a member of our club. Now down here is where he sat these are upside down plowing discs that he filled with coals, I imagine, from that fire over there, and he set the Dutch ovens on top of that, and that's how he cooked his cobblers. So that old fire thing there was doing double duty there and here to supply the coals. Cool. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet a young lady whose first name is Summer. How old are you, Summer?
13.
13. And I see on your hat there is a ham call sign. What is that call sign?
KF5PBC.
KF5PBC with Summer written underneath. And what does that mean? Does that mean you're a ham?
Yes.
You are! And how long have you been a ham?
Since the middle of March.
The middle of March. And what class of a license do you have?
Technician.
Technician. Was the test hard?
No, not really.
Did you have to study for it?
Yeah.
Okay. What made you decide to do this?
I wanted to give Daddy a birthday present.
You did it to give your dad a birthday present? Well, that is admirable. Now, do you plan to go on and get your general class someday?
Yes, I've been working on it off and on.
Uh-huh. And where's your radio at?
Just a second.
Well, there it is right there. Now, that's a 2-meter radio, isn't it? It's a Baofeng, is that the way it's pronounced?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a kind of Chinese radio. Well, congratulations. It was a nice thing you did for your dad. How do you like it? Have you been able to talk to a few people yet? Local people or farther away?
Local.
Local. And not too many kids your age get into ham radio, do they? They're mostly cell phones and things, you know? Do you know anyone else that's younger who has who might be a ham? Have you contacted any younger hams, say around your age yet?
No.
No, huh? Okay. Well, I just wanted to say hi, congratulations, you did a good thing, and let all my YouTube viewers know that there is a Summer out here, 13 years old, right? I'm going to have to introduce you to my grandson.
Well, I'm going to turn 14 in July.
Oh, okay. That's just next month. I'll give you an early happy birthday, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot. And your normal activities during a field day. People monitoring the radios over here. People monitoring the radios for CQ calls over there. And doing CQ calls, both places. And some people here in the center taking an exam for a technician. Class license and the test giver right there. And we have some volunteer examiners. That requires, I think it's 3, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember now. But just normal activities. People bringing food, bringing their wives and their kids. We had a whole table full of kids here earlier. Still a few of them left. Well, as you can see, it's a little after 9 o'clock at night, and the place is pretty much thinned out. We've got our 2 radios running here, and of course over where Pat was sitting. They use the term 2 alpha, which means we have 2 radios, and alpha means we're running off alternate power, which is generators, as opposed to plugging it in the walls. Let's watch what's going on here. A little action here, a little action here.
Kilowatt 2 Victor November.
He's picking up on the stations, and Tyler's logging them in on the computer.